So, okay. So who wants to go first? I know Dave wants to talk about his game.
Oh, my game's Trailmakers. Trailmakers was pretty awesome. Like, it definitely surpassed what I thought it was gonna be. Like, if you got imagination with it, it definitely works really well because it's Legos. And you get to literally go anywhere. If you can make it, like when you're doing the quest part of it, it's a little bit harder because you have to find and collect all those pieces. So you can't really make like the submarines right away or anything that floats or flies. But it's a process. But then they have like rally courses where they give you a car that you can build and you have to build it in that class, and then you go on and you move forward inside of that. So it's like racing. It's almost like feels like fastest pace in Mario Kart, where you have like the three ghosts, first, second, and third, and you.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. Like, and you have to try to beat first, and you win, you can move on, and you buy the next level.
So I was excited for that game just for the fact that it was like, I don't know.
It's Legos.
It's Legos.
It's like you literally, if you can think of it, you can dream it, you can make it. Like, and what you can do with that. Yeah, there are things you have to do and have to like accomplish inside of the story mode, and you have to build it exactly the way they want it. But other than that, it's still fun when you're roaming around. You can make your car be any way you want it. You can, if it will drive, like you could actually fuck it up and it won't drive anywhere. It will literally just spin in circles. Because you can spin the axles the wrong way. And your opposite axle, since it's not connected, is if one turns like this and one turns like this, you just spin around in circles. It doesn't have the right rotation. Because there's actually spots where it doesn't let you rotate. What?
Me and Senior DP over there played a game that was kind of like that. There was like a mecha game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that mecha game sucked.
It sucked, but like you had to like build the robot.
Oh, damn. That would be difficult.
It was terrible.
That would be like, I don't know. I don't know enough about mechas to be like, yes, this is the best way to build one.
For real. I don't think anyone gets it enough.
Yeah. At least with Legos, you have blocks. You have angle blocks.
Everyone knows what a box is.
Yeah. And you can put things together, and they're like, oh, this is a motor. Okay, put it on. You're good. It's been a lot of blast. It's fun just to get lost into. Yep. It's really no pressure to it. It's one of those get lost into the game. Like, if there's more people playing with you, the better, because the more you guys can come up with, more minds are better than none.
Yeah. Well, so it's creative. It's a sandbox.
Yeah, it's a sandbox. It definitely is. So if you have a creative mind, it definitely plays in your favor. And what kid who hasn't played with Legos?
Right.
And if you haven't, I'm sorry. Your parents neglected you. Legos are a staple for any child.
Legos are shit.
Legos are the greatest. There's something that builds your creativity.
Yeah.
You need it. You need all that.
I still play with them bitches.
All right, DP. What game did you play?
What game did I play? I've actually played a couple games. So I've played a game called Crown Trick. You're basically, it's a weird dungeon crawler from like top view.
So it's kind of like Diablo top view, or like old school, like straight down Gauntlet Legends.
Gauntlet.
It's like an old school Gauntlet Legends of Zelda top view.
Okay, so it's kind of got like the outlines of the rooms almost, kind of like Zombies Like My Neighbors style.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Cool, very cool.
But you're in just a nightmare realm, and you're collecting super like magic powers and powers that make you transport to other parts of the room.
Interesting.
And it's actually a pretty cool game. I haven't gotten too far into it because, well, dead life, kids.
Sounds like Gauntlet.
Hashtag don't have kids.
Hashtag don't have kids.
Yeah, hashtag don't have kids. Definitely don't have kids.
But yeah, it was a really cool game. And then I started playing today, like this morning sometime. I started playing a game called Dead Cells.
Dead Cells. I think I heard that one.
It plays almost like Castlevania. It's got that same kind of side scroll, up and down kind of feel.
So it's like Hollow Knight and stuff like that. You're kind of going through like side rooms and it's big like map in a circle, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Contra.
Contra's like more linear. Contra's like left to right. Castlevania had that like weird labyrinth feeling.
Yeah. This one you go left,
3D, but not 3D.
Yeah, and you've been executed, and you can't die anymore. But you're stuck in this realm, picking up weapons and armor and all this other shit, trying to figure out how to get out of it.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
I mean, basically collecting gear just to escape death.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
I've only gotten through the.
Also, it's like almost like Rat Race, just in a video game, trying to get out before you get caught.
Yeah. But when you start the game, you wake up and you have no head. Your head's been cut off. It's just a ball of fire.
Oh, awesome!
I'm that this freaking horseman.
Yeah.
So it's a fun
Ghost
game.
Rider.
I enjoy it a lot.
Steal a skull, put it on your head.
No, you don't even steal a skull. It just
come on!
Blue flame
that would have been awesome.
Right there. Just happens to be where your head's at. But yeah, those are the two games that I found that were actually pretty cool. Like I said, I'm just downloading games to see how they are, and so far those are the two that I like the most.
Interesting.
Check those out.
I'm gonna have to check those out.
Good little time kills.
I played a game that I know none of you guys played. I can promise it. It's called Aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
I find the weirdest freaking games. So essentially, it's another survival game because I'm a glutton for punishment.
You definitely are, because the last couple of ones have been survival.
Yeah, it's been rough. So you're a space like traveler, and you crash land on a planet, and you're stuck on this little teeny tiny island that you got to try to survive on. It's like super small, maybe like this, maybe 4 of these tables in the game.
Oh wow!
It's like crazy tiny, and you got to adventure into the water. And each day you got to try to get deeper and deeper to find resources. But if you're away for too long, like your survival pod explodes, and then you got to reset your guy and start all over again.
So in other words, if you don't play every single day, you're done.
Yeah. So if you don't log into the actual game and play it, then you're going to just lose all your crap.
It starts you over. That's horrible. That is absolutely, positively horrible. I would play it one day, I would forget to play the next day, and I would come back and I'd be like, fuck you.
It's a good way to make you come back to play your game.
You have 3 days, and each day that you miss, your certain things deteriorate. So it's all live time. So you find food and it takes a day for it to die, it will die in a day. For a survival game, it is absolute chaos.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you. No.
The game
not even close.
Is so hard that I hate it. But I hate it, but not enough to not stop logging in at least for 2 seconds every day to make sure my shit don't explode. It's turned into a ritual. I spend more time logging into this game than I do doing anything else on my
actually
computer.
playing.
Yep, I just log in, do okay. There's my pod. I'm still in it. Log off because I'm just not ready to commit
good.
yet.
I'm good.
I gave myself
good,
like
right?
video
Because
game cancer here. Because now I'm just like I gotta take care. It's like having a fucking giant Tamagotchi. I gotta take care of
yeah.
it, but I don't want it to
Yep,
die.
yep.
I'm not gonna play with it yet. I just don't want it to die.
I'm not ready for a real pet. I'm not
This is
ready
what
for
I
a
gotta
real
say
pet.
about that. You know that, right? All right, because no, not even close. Oh no,
It
that's
is so
horrible. Nope,
hard.
nope. I would
It's like
delete
having an
that in a
electric fish.
damn heartbeat. I would be like, not happening. I don't care that much. It's nope.
It's insanely complicated. And
Oh,
I didn't think it'd be
yeah.
that hard, but for some reason, I
It is
downloaded
that
it
hard.
because it was free. And I was like, all right, I could do this. And I played it, and it was like, if you aren't logged on, you're gonna lose your shit. I was like, that's not that bad. Yeah, day 3, I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. I'm gonna lose all my stuff. I don't want. It took me forever to find this stuff. There's scary monsters in the water. I gotta freaking build my base. I need to build my escape pod.
Oh man.
It is so bad. I don't recommend anybody ever fucking plays it ever. I hope the game falls off the
Nope.
edge of the world and all my stuff goes with it because I can't break the addiction. Just log on, load up Aquamarine, log off, carry on my day. Let's go. I can't get away from it. It's a disease.
No. Yeah, it definitely is. It's still not as bad as War of Warcraft, though.
Nothing is as bad as World of Warcraft.
Nothing's as bad as World of Warcraft.
Yeah, people who log on to that every day. No, I can't really say that. I used to do that with a game. That was Kingdoms of Camelot.
Yup.
Oh my god, that was goddamn. That was bad. I did that for almost a year too. That was horrible.
Yeah. It's rough because
It is
that's
so
the
rough because
danger,
you have
man.
to like be on every day. And if you're not
See,
on every day, your shit's gonna get stolen, your shit's gonna get broken into. They're just gonna pummel you. There's gonna be an alliance on that's just gonna absolutely obliterate you.
Yeah,
You're not gonna be able to get into an alliance.
There's never a single game that I've played where I've had to log on every day. And if I get invited to that kind of game, I don't play it for very long because I can't commit to anything like that.
Well, I wasn't really that busy down at Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Like, especially during the morning time and everything else. I'd have all the stuff set and everything prepped, like, and then eventually people would start coming in around 2.
2.
And I'd be there from 9 o'clock. And so between
games
9
are-
and 2,
Those are like
I
free
played
to
that.
play mobile games are victims of that. You have to be on
Yep.
or your shit's going to be gone.
Yep.
But your phone's in your pocket. That's different than this scenario. This is on PC only. I have to go home to my computer to do this.
Well, I did it on the laptop with Kingdoms of Camelot. I didn't do it on the phone.
Yeah, well, that's still mobile. He's going home to his desktop.
I physically have to go to my desktop to play this on Microsoft PC games.
Nope.
Just to be
That
like,
is the
log
kind of
on,
commitment
god damn
I
it, please just log on. I don't want to lose my shit. I don't know how long it's been. And
I
sheer
forgot if I
panic.
checked in. Fuck.
It's absolute panic.
That's just wrong. Just letting you know that's just wrong.
Not my kind of commitment.
It isn't. And it usually isn't my kind of commitment, especially for a survival game where I know I'm going to die. But
Yeah.
just one of those games that ended up, I played it and I was like, now I need to keep my shit alive.
I turned the Tamagotchi on. Fuck. Now you gotta keep it alive, man. Here, you take it.
I don't want it
If you
anymore.
watch this, I've got to go into the movies for an hour and a half. Watch it. Make sure it doesn't die.
Just feed them.
It's rough. It's absolutely rough.
Just feed them. It's what it's become. It's a Tamagotchi that you can't carry with you.
Going on vacation, can't bring it out of the house. Somebody else watched it. Make sure it stays alive for the week.
You just take care of that. What the
Man.
fuck you mean? Just take it with you. I can't. It's on PC.
It's not PC. I'm not taking my computer with me. No,
Take
it's
it
not
with me.
happening.
It's impossible.
Not gonna happen. Maybe next week, but not this week.
All right, who's ready to go over the topic of all freaking topics? We're going to have to talk about it. This month had the most accusations of other companies in video game history. So we have more studios assigned to exclusively Microsoft and Sony.
Oh, wow.
But to this day, Nintendo has Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't own any other studios.
They don't need to own any other studios.
How insane is that? Nintendo has just Nintendo production groups.
Well, the Nintendo production group makes some of the best games that have the biggest followings.
Yeah.
I don't care what Call of Duty's got or Halo. You're not going to match it up with the Pokemon and the Mario and Mario Kart. That kind of
Zelda.
shit. You can't beat that with all of Call of Duty and Halo put together.
No, you can't. You can't keep up with anything Nintendo.
No.
Right?
Nintendo's been doing it right for a very long time.
They did this
For a very, very long time, they've been doing it right.
All right, but
And as the technology has gone... Oh, sorry, Ken.
You figure they've done the 64, then they went to the GameCube, and they realized they done fucked up by going to disc, that they went backwards and went back to game cards with the freaking DSs and now the Switch.
Yeah, well, we figure the problem they ran into was like, we got to remember the Nintendo 64 was supposed to be a PlayStation.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the Nintendo 64 was one of the greatest systems.
Yep, Nintendo 64 is the birth of PS1. Sony made a deal with them, but Sony wanted the rights to the Nintendo name to call it the Nintendo PlayStation.
Yeah,
and Nintendo didn't want to give it up. They said no, and Sony said, well, we're taking our disc technology, and Nintendo did fine. We're putting it in a cartridge like we did the last 2 times.
The cartridge works good for Nintendo.
Well, it works.
Makes them stand out.
As everybody knows that has kids, we all know that a CD is the death of any game if you have a kid. And you're just better off digitally downloading it. But a cartridge is 10 times more durable.
Oh, God, yes.
You could wash an SD card and it still works.
Yeah, that you can. You can watch it. You can clean that shit with alcohol. It'll make it nice.
It'll still freaking work. And that's what you need for games nowadays. And especially with the advancement of technology, CDs are they're obsolete.
Yeah. They're on their way out.
It's just because they're so easily broken. It's almost like records. It's why records aren't really produced. Yes, they are now produced again.
They're hipster.
Because people want vinyl. Yeah, they're
that's collectible. That's different. A collectible value compared to a value of just what your system uses is totally different. Because like you can tell the second that Microsoft and Sony saw the purpose for going away from disc is when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. And they both released a discless system, and they sold for the same freaking numbers so well that they were like, we don't need to have a CD drive.
Microsoft your mind does not have a CD drive at all.
Nope. But Microsoft hit it out of the park differently. So Microsoft, when they devoted themselves to doing hey, we have a good discless system, cheap, but we have to freaking up our game on Game Pass. So they ended up like cranking out thousands and thousands of free games. Well, $15 a month, but essentially they're free games at their first couple of freaking AAA title games that are on there.
Yeah, well, once you have a couple games that you've got and you've played for a while, even if you like change out games every 2-3 months, you've gotten your money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
Well, even look at it this way: even if you pay for just Game Pass, $10 a month, not the premium Game Pass, which I pay for, which is $15,
That's right.
because it covers my my gold membership. But even if you go with just the $10.99, the $9.99 one, and you don't play online, you play hundreds of games. In a year, you're still only paying $120 to play all these games for free.
Yeah, for the amount that you'd pay for 2.
For the amount you pay for 2 games.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now. We're playing on a game that's been out for 10 plus years. It's free on Game Pass.
Yeah.
And it still has content that's coming out for free. This DLC came out for free.
Yeah.
That's insane. This is bigger than the original game.
It's still got all of the content coming out. You figure Fallout 76.
Same thing. That's on there
Still
free.
got all the brand new content coming out. Still got brand new stuff coming all the time.
That's another game I haven't played in forever.
Now I'm going to boot up Fallout 76 and have 14 million atoms. Just wait. It's going to be stupid.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be ridiculous. I've forgotten all about that shit.
I started up.
I'm just going to be able to buy anything I want.
It's going to be
There's
bad.
definitely nothing good inside the Atom Store, just so you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
but I would have that many atoms. I would just waste them.
Just buy the whole store.
My only problem with Fallout 76 is that there needs to be like a advanced game level where there's more creatures. There's too much dead space in Fallout 76. I need like that flooding. I need ghouls coming at me like uncontrollably.
Right now, I'm still working on the last set of brothers.
Without having to spawn a queen?
Yeah. Yeah, the last Brotherhood missions are pretty much where like you slow down on that. The DLCs don't come out quick enough with that game. But with the acquisition of Bethesda within the next year, we should see a very hefty amount of stuff coming out for Fallout.
DLCs.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot changing.
There's a lot of stuff changing. I need to know, do you guys think they're going to do the unthinkable and put freaking World of Warcraft on Xbox?
Oh, no.
I fucking hope not.
Probably will, though.
We can do cross-platform now. So that's a big deal.
Yeah. But they probably would.
That's huge.
Warcraft is going to be huge if they put it onto the Xbox. With the crossplay.
Yeah.
You're going to watch it blow up from what it's got now with just PC players. It'll probably double in size.
Easily.
Oh, God, easily. Without a doubt.
Because there's people who want to play it that can't afford to get that kind of fucking PC.
Oh, yeah. And if it's free on Game Pass?
But if it's free on Game Pass, everybody's got an Xbox.
That's the beauty of Xbox, man. I always say consoles are great because you can, whatever's on that freaking Xbox store, it plays on your system.
And most people have Game Pass through Gold.
Absolutely.
So they're online already.
Oh, yeah. Like, might as well get Gold. It's $5 more.
You know, why get just Game Pass and then pay $60 for 3 months for freaking Gold? When you can,
that's pointless.
When you can get Game Pass for $15.99 and cover your fucking Gold with it.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what I do. It's just so much easier. And that covers me, it covers Amanda, it covers everybody because I have the family plan set up in my fucking Xbox.
Yep, you do the household. I mean, we're talking like just by acquiring
doesn't play.
like the life of Blizzard and Activision being acquired, that allows us to have games that we never saw before have a chance to be freaking made again.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be unique to see what they come up with.
Like a good Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
I know one came out like
better
a year
than what
ago.
they've made.
Yeah, the last one wasn't that good.
the last one was horrible.
But Diablo 4 is coming out, and now it's a Microsoft thing.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be nice to be able to play Diablo 4 on crossplay.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely.
That
be
means
nice
I
to
can play Diablo 4 on my Switch and play with you guys on Xbox.
Yeah. Oh damn, that would be pretty sick.
Because Nintendo is all about that freaking partnering up with Microsoft to do stuff.
Yes, they are all about
Microsoft's probably like, we don't care about what you guys have. We've got enough shit. We'll let you guys alone. You don't fuck with our shit at all. You don't fuck with anybody's shit.
You got to
Except
keep
for your own.
You got to keep the whole armies happy. So you got to have those. Nintendo has no problem appeasing all the kids and getting them trained to be able to play like Microsoft games.
Yep, exactly.
They're like, just keep feeding those kids games. Whatever we can do to help you.
Mario's.
Yeah, keep
Right,
dumping
because
Mario's
when they
on
get
them.
older, they want those gory games, and we got them.
We'll cover them
we
as
got them
adults.
straight up.
We're gonna push all the kids towards you guys. Don't you worry. It's like we ain't got time to handle that market. It's like you have Pokemon. Keep it going, baby. Keep it going.
You guys get the kids, we'll get the parents, and we'll hook them from the start.
For real.
Oh yeah, it's been a very long time. I remember playing Atari way back before it was retro to you.
What was retro me? I have an Atari.
I know you have an Atari, but it's still
Right there.
retro to you compared to when I was playing it originally.
And N64 is retro to me because I was watching all you old people play it when I was too young to even figure out how to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's retro to me still. Now how bad it is now when kids say Xbox 360 is retro?
Oh God.
That hurts my
It's
feelings.
ancient.
You know what's going to hurt your feelings there, Mr. DP? Your daughter, when she goes to school and she's in like third grade, not that
The
far from
Switch
now,
is going to be ancient.
the Xbox One will be almost 20 years old.
I know.
Oh shit.
Xbox One came out in 2008.
Jesus.
Right? It's 2022. That's crazy. I was going over that with somebody I talked to. This guy Christian, freaking, his Xbox One X was broken. He's like, I don't know why it's broken. I was like, it's an old system. He's like, no,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, it is. Like, it sure as shit is. I was like, that shit, when first gen Xbox, the old fat boy, I was like, you got to upgrade. They're not designed to last like the older ones. They were you just turn them on whenever after you got it stuffed in a box in your attic.
Yeah, it's not a Nintendo. You can't just start that bitch up after 50 years.
Look at what happened yesterday. I was online playing with freaking DP, and my Xbox's Bluetooth adapters freaking shit the bed.
Yeah.
I opened it up today. It was just loose. I just went in, undid the screws, cleaned the terminals, plugged it back in, screwed it back in. Works fine now.
Look at yesterday. My computer was being all sorts of fritzy.
Yeah, things aren't
All
designed to
sorts
last
of, like-
forever.
Yeah, right after you got off, me and Kyle cranked up the mayhem level on freaking Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
And then his shit went out and left me up shit's creek without a fucking paddle getting fucked up. All he could do was listen to me doing shit. I'm dead. Shit.
I was
I'm dead.
watching. I just
I'm
couldn't move. No controller or anything would hook up to my Xbox.
Oh, that sucks. No,
That's
at least
terrible.
it's better than mine. Like at first, it was just my computer that was fritzing out. Then I switched over to the Xbox being over onto it, and then everything else went. I'm like, yep, nope, I'm good.
No, it just
Nothing
doesn't work
wants to
sometimes.
work right. Yep, everything was against me. I'm like, I'm good.
But nothing's
We'll be
designed to
fine.
be lasting like that, and it's so hard now to like. I feel like that we're at a point where video game companies have bought into so many other industries that they're starting to neglect the fact that the hardware is still a essential component.
Oh yeah, it's the part that like it costs the most too to make.
Yeah, but it's the most memorable.
Yeah,
It's the most important. There's nothing else in the world that is so universal than controllers. I could go set up a table with 100 controllers on it, and somebody will come by and go, this one is my favorite. That one's my favorite.
Yep. Everyone
Very
will
few
have a
things are like
different
that.
kind.
Yeah. I feel like we're getting too comfortable. Nintendo, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, left field, let's go, bro. We went from freaking Wiimotes to Joy-Cons. They're like, oh, you want something a little more comfortable? Here's something smaller.
Here's something small.
And we're like, what? Smaller? They're like, that's okay. If you want one that's normal size, just buy this accessory, a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Like, listen here, you mad cat son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You did it.
I know why.
I've gotten Nintendo'd so hard throughout my whole entire life. I remember Game Boy and be like, damn, this Game Boy screen's too dark. That's okay. We sell a $25 accessory to make that shit light up. Okay.
Light up and zoom in.
And it zooms
so
in.
You're not looking.
With a cheap plastic magnifying glass. That's totally just like 2 times zoom.
Yeah.
Did nothing. You know, you were better off holding that thing 5 inches closer to your face and it would look better. I'm like, okay, now we gotta do this because the technology's not there. Now we have Nintendo Switch, which is everything. And then they hit us with this whole like, yo, we're gonna release the Switch OLED. Not only is it so good, it's got Bluetooth in it. Then it came out and was like, yo, I gotta get an OLED. It's got Bluetooth. I can use my headset. I can put my freaking earbuds in it. It's gonna be awesome. They go buy the OLED and the Nintendo Switch is like, makes you do the new update. It turns on the Bluetooth in your old Switch.
Yeah, and they're like, God damn it, motherfuckers.
It does what? And they're like, yeah, we put that in there when it was started. We just didn't have the software set up yet. You bitches. You fucking bitches. Now there's people out there with like 3 switches. And they're like, what do I do with this? I got like a fucking kitchen switch, a bedroom switch, a living room switch, a bathroom
but
switch.
I can have parties. I can have Switch parties.
Yeah, I'm playing against 8 people and they're all in the same fucking person because I'm just pushing buttons on all of them. Like, why didn't you turn that on before? Like, oh, you just had to pay for an accessory. Fucking accessory? Damn you,
That's
Nintendo.
for you, though.
That's Nintendo's trick, and it's still getting me. 20 years later, it's still, like, I buy it. I'm like, dope Switch, and I literally got the Switch as a gift, unboxed it. I always wanted a Switch. Opened it and did, man, that's a big screen. That's going to get scratched. Well, don't you worry, buddy. We sell screen protectors. Fuck. Go buy a screen protector. Come back and do. But now I don't want to fuck up my screen protector. Well, good for you that we sell cases. Why didn't it come with any of this? Only $20. Buy a case. Buy a case. You're using the case and you're like, fuck, how am I going to carry all these cartridges? Hey, we hear you thinking over there. We sell one of those too. $20, you can get a case.
Oh man, I'm dying over here.
Sure, there are some Nintendo salesmen out there just being like, we make a case for that. We make a case for that. We make something for that problem. Oh, you don't like the drift on your controllers? We can't fix that. 2 weeks later, they do. Just turn off the system and update it. You're good. What?
You're good. We got it.
What?
We got you.
What the fuck? And sure enough,
I just bought a brand new controller, motherfuckers.
I promise you, a new system will come up from Nintendo. I will buy it. I will be so happy to have this damn system. They're going to be like, well, no, great would be to have an extra controller. And be like, I don't need one. I'm only alone. They're like, but this one's blue. I'm like, fuck, need the blue one.
Right? It's only out for a short time.
Look at the 3DS. They did, new Pokemon games coming out. Guess what we're getting? Exclusive 3DS. 5 of them
of course.
for one Pokemon game. Know what you need to have? You should buy 5 3DSs.
5 of them.
All 5 of those. And you buy them like, that's awesome. I spent like a small fucking mortgage payment on goddamn 3DSs in
Video
1
game?
month. Then a Metroid game comes out and they're like, hey, guess what's coming out with Metroid? You're like, you son of a bitch. You bitch. They're like, in case you didn't have enough 3DSs. And meanwhile, the stack in the corner collecting dust. You're like, well, it's not to the ceiling yet. I guess I'll just buy another one, Nintendo. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I really should just start plastering them on my wall.
Then the worst victim for that is Sean.
Yep.
Sean did that. For 3 years, he bought every 3DS that they came out, and then he did, I only play one, and it's none of the freaking special edition ones.
It's because you don't want to ruin the special edition ones.
No,
So you don't play them.
It sits on the shelf. And he's just, shit,
Yeah, he said
I
it's on
don't
the
need
shelf.
another one. And he was
That's
a
why
victim of
Sean will
that.
never have children, because he has so much shit that is like collectible and that you can't replace. But if a kid touched it, he'd snap and fucking kill everybody.
Because he buys all of them overseas, he doesn't have to worry about any kind of sales tax, any kind of taxes going on that boy. Like he's like, I got this extra money. Fuck, damn, that's
His
cheap.
wife worked at GameStop.
Yep,
He
and she had a
knew
discount.
everything was coming in months in advance. So he had it all planned out of trickle. Here, this is what you're buying. Here's all the money for it 6 months in advance.
Yep.
I went to
Right.
GameStop once. This is legitimately the funniest time I ever went to GameStop. And I used to have the linked account with him because the phone that he had when he joined the military, he gave to me. So I had his phone number.
Yep.
And he carried it over to all his GameStop accounts. And I would go there and we would use it and we'd put points in. I went there to buy my Xbox One Pro controller. And literally the guy's like, oh, well, do you have freaking points? You want to log into your account so we can add some more points? So I did, yeah, sure. And I give him the phone number. The guy logs it in, looks at the screen, looks at me, looks at the screen and did, I didn't know you can get 2 commas on the points. I was like, oh. He's like, I've never seen it over 1 million. I was like, wow,
Wow.
it's linked with somebody else. He's like, you could buy like 5 Xboxes with that many points. I was like, well, we don't spend the points.
Really?
He's like, well, what do you use them for? I did when collectibles come out, the other person on the account just buys the collectibles. He's like, really? The collectibles? That's all the points are for? He's like, that's insane. And then he was like, how do you get so much? I was like, well, he bought all the 3DSs. He was like, damn. I was like,
that
yeah.
would do it.
Like, then he had to buy an Xbox. Then he traded that in. They got a PS4, but he had to get the Destiny edition, so he got that one. Then a new Pro came out, so he bought the Pro. And I was like, and as they kept coming out, he was just like, sign me up, bitch. Sign me up. And then sure enough, he was there just stacking freaking consoles to the ceiling. And I was like, and that's how you get over 1 million points.
Yep, that would do it.
So I'm a victim of Nintendo.
Yeah, that you are. Poor bastard.
I got PTSD
Poor
of Nintendo
bastard.
shit.
I get flashbacks, man. I got
do.
shakes.
I see a Nintendo commercial come on TV. I'm like, oh shit, what are they doing now? Because nobody needs to make a Nintendo commercial. There's no need for
No.
it. You don't need a commercial to sell Mario Kart. Shut the fuck up, Nintendo. Right? Just show up one day, have a meeting, be like, hey guys, check this out. Mario Kart 9. It'll sell out. I
Yep,
promise.
gotta have it.
None of this crap where you gotta show like these little like clicky commercial bullshit. Yeah. I see you over there, Nintendo, being like, oh, would you want to buy Zelda? I've been buying it for fucking 25 years.
Of years.
Why
Right?
am I
Of
gonna
course I'm
stop
gonna
now?
buy Zelda. Of course I'm buying Zelda. You
There's
suck.
no reason to stop. Is it going to be garbage? I don't care. I'm going to buy it.
It's going to be under the same kind of premise, right? I'm going to run around with a kid who's shouldn't be with the sword, but's got the sword, and I got to go rescue the princess, right? Awesome.
I'm going to be a little
I'm a
elf
guy a
kid,
lot.
and it's going to be good enough.
Right?
And I'm going to have to just figure it out from there. I got Zelda on my desk. Check it out.
Oh, nice.
It's a little Game & Watch Zelda. It's a little Game Boy. It's a clock, and it plays all the old Zeldas. It's got a little little freaking Triforce thing. It's $90.
Fuck that. Never mind.
Zelda 1, 2, and 3. That's it.
Oh, damn.
And it puts a clock over the front, and it plays by itself sometimes.
That's sick.
Nintendo was like, oh, That's a good price. Make 14 of them. There's a Zelda one.
14.
There's a Mario one. There's a Metroid one. There's a City Limits one.
My
There's,
God.
they've been going on since the
my
70s. They've been making these damn things. So, and Nintendo being Nintendo, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, I got it. No, it comes with a stand too. It's fucking cardboard origami. I shit you not. It's just fucking cardboard. Came with a stand, all right. It has a fucking black paper when it's got the little Triforce symbol on it. That is it.
It's nothing special.
It just
Did they
slid
charge
out
you
of
an
the
extra
box.
$10?
And I folded the little dumbass legs, and it made a stand. A cardboard origami.
Did it cost an extra $10?
No. But I can't bring myself to throw away a piece of fucking cardboard now because I'm like, stupid expensive cardboard on the world's cheapest. Didn't have to create any new software. Didn't have to design any new kind of buttons. It's a D-pad with 2 fucking buttons.
Yeah,
Zero
It
work.
start and select. 4 buttons. You get 4 buttons.
Yeah.
A, B, start, select.
It is the simplest system in the world, and still went out, paid $90 for this fucking thing. Nintendo has a hole that no other system has, and that is all accessories. Microsoft and PlayStation don't do that.
Nope. They don't need to. They have other people do it for them. They outsource that. All they do are produce games.
But I feel
And then they charge you $60, $70 a game. And they have niches where, okay, sports games. You buy 2022 and in 2023 is now therefore obsolete and you get dick back in return. And you want to turn around, you want to get the new year, another $70. They get you every year for that one game.
Yeah, but you figure with Microsoft, like I said, with Game Pass, you pay your $15 a month, right? I've already pre-ordered MLB The Show 2022. It's coming to me free on Game Pass. So,
that's the way to do
it's a
it.
new game every year. But Microsoft's doing so much with them because it used to be just a Sony exclusive. And now Microsoft got a hold of it, and they're putting it on Game Pass right away.
Well, that will work. I would play it more often.
It doesn't come out.
I wouldn't play the franchise.
It comes out in April, I think.
It's just a matter of that, like, PlayStation still doesn't, at this stage, with all these great games that it has released in the past, still doesn't know how to handle a good game franchise.
Oh, God, no. It doesn't.
With MLB The Show, they could have done the same thing that friggin' Sony's doing basically with Madden.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, with what Microsoft did with Madden, you can't touch football games with Madden.
No.
There's not a single other football game that is as good as Madden is.
I mean, if they made a remake of NFL Blitz, I'm all down for that shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm watching Nintendo Trump Madden.
But MLB The Show could have been Sony's Madden. And they don't fuck
Show is
up.
like the best baseball game that's come out in the last decade.
Oh, it's got the best graphics. The best graphics coming from baseball.
Best graphics, best gameplay, most accurate. The characters are updated. It was really well done. Just Sony didn't, once it released, and like a month later, there was nothing done with it.
Yeah, kind of just left there.
They ignored it. I don't get why Sony does that. But at the same point, Sony.
That's like ADD.
Yeah.
It's what it is. It winds up being ADD for Sony. Like, they're like, what were we doing? Oh, let's go do this now.
Yeah, they could.
Oh, let's go do this.
They should have done so much more with MLB The Show.
They should have.
They really have. And they didn't, and now Microsoft's doing it all.
I don't even like sports games, but I would have loved to see MLB The Show be huge. I would love to see it at the Madden level of popularity.
Well, right now, they don't even know if they're going to release it in April.
Well, that's because they don't know if they're going to have a season in April.
Yeah, because we're still locked out.
Yeah.
They still haven't finalized the talks or anything like that, so it's going to be a little bit.
I don't know shit about baseball, so it doesn't help. They whack the stick. They don't whack the ball. Sometimes they do. They still get paid.
The whole thing is they're trying to lower the salary cap for baseball teams
Yep.
and raise the fines for teams that go over the salary cap. Which
Yeah,
I'm 100% for.
Hell
Lower
yeah.
the salary cap and raise the fines. Why? Because
Yes.
it'll stop teams like the Yankees, like the Red Sox, like all these high tier teams from paying so much over their salary cap and being like, fuck it, it's a little fine. Here you go, here you go, here you go, pay the fine. Lower
they
all
are
that.
with all that
Exactly,
though. Did you hear about the part about where they're doing? They want to raise the minimum wage for the lowest paid player. They want to bring that up to being a minimum of $250,000. So if you're a guy who sits there and rides spine, you're still making $250,000. So then they want to lower the salary cap, have them pay that. How are you supposed to field 41 guys?
Here's a
So
fucking idea.
Don't pay the big guys?
Here's an idea. How could you justify paying fucking pick a big name, any of them? I guarantee you, David Ortiz, anybody, they're not worth more than $100 million a year. None of them are,
dude. None of them are. But that's not how, unfortunately, it all works like that.
$5 million a year. There's no need for it.
There's no need to make any more than 250.
How the fuck did we have all the people like? These guys travel around and they go to different places. I get it, and they train and they have nutritionists. They get all that. How much does the fucking bus driver get paid?
Oh, he's minimum wage.
The guy that still fucking travels around and goes to the same fucking places?
Yeah.
The bus driver, the
he's
pilot.
Not living any more elegant life. He's getting paid less, traveling more, dealing with the bullshit of driving, and these guys are just sitting back with their feet kicked up, getting paid millions. Missing the ball. Missing. You should get fined like $5,000 every ball you fucking miss. It's bullshit. It should go for all of them. In football, they do that. If a kicker misses a kick, he gets fined. It takes money off of his end of year salary.
Yeah, well, that's accuracy. That's a goal set in his contract.
Yeah.
That's all stuff set in contracts and everything else like that.
If a
that's where it becomes more of like an individual sport when it's a team sport.
Yeah. When baseball, if you're like, I'm a great hitter, but you play 2 games and all you do is bang foul balls out the fucking side, there should be something going on. Like, you need to get a cut.
Well, the whole thing, like, look at Tuca. Tuca just needs to realize he can't play.
Yeah.
He's done. He needs to just hang up the skates, hang up the pads. He doesn't have the mobility to do it day in and day out.
No.
Doesn't.
I love to, but it doesn't matter. It has to get fined for, like, you lose pay for what you don't do. Because there's people that are going out there
enough save percentage.
Dirt cheap.
Oh, yeah. Where they get lucky on like a rookie salary when you're not drafted in the top of the draft. Like, oh, yeah.
I feel like they should be paying the minimum guy $250,000 just for the fact that next year he might not have a contract.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. They should pay him $250,000. But then, like I said, that's where that's like kind of like that double-edged sword right there. Where you're telling them to lower the thing, and they can't destroy the contracts that they already have made up for these guys that go beyond this year. So what happens to those salaries and everything else? Yes, they should probably control the salary cap a lot more than they do, other than just giving them luxury tax. But the Red Sox have been doing fairly well on trying to stay below the luxury tax.
The Red Sox have been doing really good, but the Yankees aren't. The Yankees aren't.
Well, that's Yankee. Yeah, well, that's
known.
And how many? That's known. All right, and that's the whole argument I make against Yankee fans. Is like, how many championships do you guys have in the last 20 years? And what is your payroll? Because it's unbelievable. with the payroll you have, you should win year in, year out. Period.
It's. I feel like it's turning too much into every sport is turning, except for hockey. Hockey players don't get paid enough.
Oh, hockey players definitely
They
don't get paid enough.
for that death trap that they do every fucking week.
That's a basketball size sheet of ice with guys with sticks who want to take your head off.
You're playing Plinko with razor blades.
Yep.
I get it. It's dangerous. But like
hockey players should be paid more. Baseball players, football players should all be paid less.
There's a lot of football players that don't deserve
football
the pay that they're
players.
getting paid.
Oh,
because
right.
we're
not going to go
some of the paychecks that these football players get.
It's just bonkers. I'm tired of hearing about the football player that comes back for a second season and he plays like shit because he didn't do crap on the off season.
Yep.
Like,
because he didn't try hard enough.
You just sat home in your fucking big ass mansion and blew your money on dumb shit.
Oh yeah.
Gronk came back. He didn't even play for an entire year.
Yeah.
And still crushed it his first year back with Tampa.
Yeah.
He's been injured less in the last 2 years than he was his entire career with the fucking Patriots.
This year has shown more people that money shouldn't control all that. Yeah. And it's just like the two teams we have in the Super Bowl show that you can have two teams that nobody fucking likes, and they're nobodies. Still go to a Super Bowl.
Rooting for Cincinnati.
Put a shit ton of money into their roster.
Yep, but they dumped all their money into it, and now they're at the Super Bowl. That's a golden fact right there. So that it's like it literally turns into just pay to win.
I'm rooting for Cincinnati.
And so
am I. So am I.
All right. When was the last time the Bengals went to the Super Bowl?
1989.
Boomer Esiason.
Boomer. Boomer.
They played against the San Francisco 49ers. The only two times the Cincinnati Bengals have been to the Super Bowl have both been against the 49ers. The 1981 series, so the 1982 Super Bowl, and the 1988 season, and that would be the 1989 Super Bowl. Me and Dan talked about it.
Well, then we'll hear that on the podcast tomorrow. Go check out Dave Bob's podcast with Steve.
Rooting for Cincinnati. I want the Bengals to win.
Well. But this is a big deal too, because this is the first. Next year will be the first year that I'm going to buy a John Madden football game.
Yeah,
it's the first year I'm going to buy it. It has Madden on the cover. It has Madden on the cover, and on the inside reversible cover will have Bo Jackson.
Hell yeah!
Okay,
I have to buy it.
It was supposed to be what's his face from fucking. What the fuck was it? What team was it? They were in the playoffs. Like they were like playing for the Super Bowl and they lost. Not the 49ers.
Tannehill?
No, he's talking about Mahomes.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Mahomes.
Yeah,
because it was Mahomes and Brady last year, and they were going to do one of either Mahomes or Brady this year, and they chose Mahomes. It was like an online poll, and then Mahomes made a big hoopla because they decided like at last minute like we're doing John Madden, and he was like, "Oh, well, this is supposed to be my year on the cover alone," and they were like, "Well, he died."
With the guy who beat his ass.
Yeah, well, he died. So let's think about this. The game that it's named for the man it's named after, or just the hot piece right now.
Yeah,
we're taking the guy who died, who this game's named after.
And John Madden stated that when he was next time on the cover, he would be on the cover with his favorite freaking player, and he would be on with Bo Jackson.
Yep.
And Mahomes made a big deal, like, "Oh, but you're putting another player on there," and he did. Well, it's because it's Bo Jackson.
Yeah, and it's Bo Jackson. He's
like,
still
you don't really need an explanation. And they're like, "It's Bo Jackson," and they're like, "Oh, well, it's still not fair." And he did too bad.
Too bad.
Too fucking bad.
It's Bo Jackson.
The guy
All
that
right.
it's named after gets to choose, and that's who what was the situation was.
Yeah.
When he passes, he got his
Eh.
player. It has a really cool like holographic Bo Jackson thing with John Madden.
All right. And then
Everybody
you
that
turn around,
complained
you
on
look
the
at
line,
it.
they all said the same thing. They did. Well, Mahomes, you got to show his 2 MVPs in 1 year.
All
They
right.
did. It's impossible. And they all did. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Bo knows.
Ask Bo.
He
So it's
got the
like
baseball one and he got the football one same year.
it's that general principle. What do you do in your off season? I go play professional sports.
Right? I play football.
I play
And what do
football.
you do on your off season? I play baseball.
Play baseball.
You really? Don't they
yeah.
overlap a little bit? Oh yeah, I play both of them at the same time some days. Like I'll play one game in the morning and then I'll go fly across
over
the
there and just
nation
finish the
and
other
I'll
one.
go play the other one at the end of the game. He's done it. He
Yep.
was crazy. The man's a damn beast.
It was this whole legend
Deion
thing.
Sanders did the same thing.
Yep, Deion Sanders. Went in.
Yeah. Yep, he did do the same thing. He did not do it at the bow level,
But he still did it.
but he damn sure tried.
I mean, that's motivation. The whole
Oh,
big thing
yeah.
about the bow level was the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
That was the whole big thing of bow level. Because they managed to
Nobody
do
can do it
it
at the
while
bow
playing
level.
both and still won.
Yeah. Well, he managed to do it and be a starter for both
Yeah.
and be a legit threat for both.
Yeah.
Because no ball was safe in the outfield. You had to bury it.
Yeah.
You had to put it back so far that he couldn't run up a wall.
It was a tier that was different. But yep, Mahomes made a huge hoopla over it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but he got over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
we all
You get
knew-
over it real quick.
When Madden died, we all knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We all just did, well,
Yeah.
it's going to be this next year's one. But it's supposed to have a really cool cover, and it's going to be like, it's going to have like a freaking Raiders logo all over it, and like all kinds of like Madden quotes on the inside.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
was like, first time I'm going to buy a Madden game.
Right? First
This
time,
is
it'll be the
interesting.
first time
I'm
I
not
bought a
even gonna
Madden
play it
game in
either.
God.
I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah, just because I need to. I
Just 'cause
need
gotta
it.
have it. As a Raiders fan, I feel obligated.
Yeah.
I don't even have a CD drive, and I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you gotta have. Because like 20 years from now, somebody's gonna want it.
Yeah.
Just as a sports fan.
This is a sports fan. Someone's gonna want it. I need that collectible. It's mandatory. But system sports games are never gonna take off like Madden. I watched
Oh, God.
Ken play MLB The Show so much, and I was like, I want to get deep into it, but I can't. And it was mostly because of PlayStation. I couldn't stand the PS4 and Beyond's controller. It's just that's something that held me back. It's a hardware thing.
It is not any easier to play on the Xbox controller.
No,
I've
it wasn't
tried.
about being easier. I'm just more like I can't get comfortable with the PS4 and PS5 controllers.
Yeah, it's definitely a comfortable thing. I would definitely.
It's a comfort thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. The
PS4
Xbox controller
was
sits
weird.
in my hand right.
Right? It just, like, it literally how my 3 fingers sit underneath where my top finger sits. Like, it's just natural.
I always take it to explain to people that, like, if you handed them a controller and you had to teach them how to use it in, like, one Rocket League length of a game, they could figure out where most of the buttons are, just naturally by feeling it.
Yeah.
PS4 had the stupid button, and I still don't know what it's for.
Stupid.
What, that center one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea.
nobody knows. This PS4 had a button that covered the middle. It was a big square. It was a touch strip, and it was a button that clicked.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I think I know
not
what you're
all
talking
games
about.
used it. Some of them
No
used
idea
it.
what it went to.
I know in Rogue Stormers,
That's-
it almost guaranteed you'll die.
Really?
Yes. All the time.
It gave you like.
Can we
weird
tell that
stuff in
I
the
don't
menu.
play PlayStation here?
Yeah. I tried playing PlayStation, and there's some games where like, oh, this is a decent PlayStation game, and then you play games
Well,
like freaking Hive.
No.
and you're like, it's black and yellow Halo, but without any
Ew.
decency of Halo, and I don't even like Halo.
Yeah,
Halo was bad.
And, oh yeah,
They reskinned that thing way too many times.
now we have that whole new thing with
Those
PlayStation buying Bungie. How do you
Bungie.
make that? Bungie makes Halo. Bungie is a
Okay.
gaming studio that makes Halo. Microsoft sold it to PlayStation. Microsoft acquired it for $10 million. They sold the PlayStation for like 2 to 3 billion.
did not sell them Halo.
But they didn't sell them Halo. There was a stipulation in the contract that they
Oh
didn't get Halo. They
man.
got Destiny 2. Which is like an 11-year-old. Yup. Pretty much what everyone feels now about Destiny 2. Because Destiny 2 did something dirty. So dirty that it would even turn Diablo fans away from Diablo if they did this. So
they just completely reskin
no, they did worse.
Halo.
No, so like Destiny 2 is Borderlands, but in outer space.
Oh,
Like
okay.
super outer space. Like a bajillion guns and customizable shooter, first person RPG. Like it's Borderlands. But
Oh, it's Borderlands.
after you picture Borderlands, you finish the game, and then you can go do like Diablo status raid battles. You go into a little like portal and you dig through a dungeon, find shit, and do like a Diablo style thing. Destiny 2 did an update where you have to pay for those.
Yeah, no. Nope, that's dirty.
Say the three of us are playing Destiny 2. Me and DP, we paid for it, we got those. You could try to join, but it won't let you till you pay. So it just boots you out of the game. So you have to pay $1 for every time you go in.
Fuck. No.
So everybody did. How about no? No. Like
Yeah. No. That's exactly what I just did right there.
Like,
no.
Wait a second here. Like there are people who are like, yo, we got 5 people in our party. We're all on the game. We all go into that dungeon 10 times. You guys just made an absurd amount of money off of us for just wanting to play the game that we already paid for.
Yeah, we already paid for it and we died. We have to re-enter, so now we have to pay to go back in.
To still have the same spawn rate. No guaranteed yellows. No guaranteed pearlescence. Still the same spawn rates. So everyone was like, fuck this.
No.
We're taking a break from this.
Yeah.
And they walked away. That's then the stock for it just went through the fucking ground.
Lore.
It buried itself. And then it was super affordable. So PlayStation's like, oh, we're going to go buy Bungie. And they bought Bungie. And Microsoft was like, we still own Halo. And they're like, fuck. We thought we were getting Halo.
They're like, damn it, we wanted Halo. Well, sucks to be you. They've got nothing else on that platform that's worth a damn.
Now PlayStation is trying to pay the employees at Bungie to stay at Bungie. Because now
they want to go over to Microsoft.
Work on Destiny 2. Well, they want to keep working on Halo. I mean, Halo Infinite just came out. And Microsoft's like, we own enough studios. We'll find somebody else to work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo's going to end up going to Blizzard or Activision.
Yep, it's going to get some other style. And I don't like Halo. This is a firm statement.
But I won't mind seeing a different studio doing it just because they'll probably do it different.
I want to see a Halo and a StarCraft mix. I want like that war tactical over the top like Red Alert and Command and Conquer style Halo.
So we're going to get a Halo and COD kind of mix with Activision.
Yeah, Activision is going to probably take it over. And they already do basically like a Battle Royale style.
Yeah, they already do.
The online is kind of like that. I mean, it's 10 people, but like...
Yeah, but the controls for COD, I hate to say this, are better than Halo's.
Yeah.
And for what COD is with their first-person shooters, Halo doesn't have that.
No.
So if Activision is working on Halo is going to get better.
Well, it's going to get better, but like I said, it'll be just better because they'll want to take a new, fresh spin at it, and they wouldn't want to use the same skin and do the same story.
That's why I'm glad
Again.
Microsoft owns all these companies. I'm really hoping that they just sort of throw Halo into the mix and get the shooting and the first person shooter aspect from Activision, and then skin the whole game through Blizzard,
I'd be down
because
with that.
it'll mix way better.
Blizzard is really
Blizzard
good
is
about
great with
visually
their
making it
graphics.
nice.
Their
Oh,
graphics
without
are
doubt.
phenomenal.
That'd be nice. I feel like it needs an update and a change. And it's not going to happen by just keep using Bungie.
No.
Oh God, no. And that's probably why Microsoft sat there and thought about it. Like, yeah, we'll give you a Bungie.
Yeah.
Give us tons of money. And oh yeah, here you go. You can't have this. It's
You can't
nice.
have Master Chief. He's our guy.
Yep.
And the biggest acquisition of freaking Blizzard, the key of that is Blizzard has the best story writers ever.
Yeah.
So every game can finally have a little bit better story. And I get that PlayStation got fucked and they got Destiny 2. And I completely wish what happened at the beginning of Destiny 2 was not ideal. I get that. But still, it's like, I don't think PlayStation can save Destiny 2.
No.
They're going to have to make a third one and change up how it's done. But then Destiny 3 will have to deal with the curse of the third. Borderlands 3 isn't as good as Borderlands 2.
No.
And it never steps up to that standard. And there's definitely points in Borderlands 3 where you can see they're stretching to try to be like Borderlands 2.
No,
Yeah, well,
pre-sequel, like
they also
jumping.
put a bad taste in everybody's mouth when they did prequel before 3.
Yeah.
And everyone from there was like, yeah, 3. Everyone's like, yes, 3. At least it's not the prequel.
Yeah.
But it's not 2.
It's still not 2.
It's not 2. Like, you guys had so much to work with 2, and it's not.
All we needed was just more area.
Yeah.
More area to cover, more bad guys. Flood them
Yep.
harder. Games are not flooding people hard enough with creatures because they're worried about scaring people away. And that's something that I don't know when it started, but developers are getting afraid people are going to think a game is too hard.
Too hard or too violent.
Yeah. Well, I don't care about the violence.
And that's a lot. Well, that's like,
huge.
well, having that many things coming flooding at you. Yeah.
We turned
Well,
it to
that's
Mayhem
pretty
11, and I didn't turn it off for a half hour while Kyle watched me die,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what was wrong with his Xbox. I kept going back for more.
Everything needs to be harder. And we grew up in an area of hard games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, when it took you hours and hours and hours and hours, and you had games that didn't save right, aka Zelda.
Yep.
You can't touch it. You can't breathe on it. Leave the fucking thing on. Why is it flashing? Who kicked it?
I'm going to try to wiggle it while it's still in the system. I could kind of get it.
It might be. No, I lost it all. Motherfuck.
And I didn't realize this until I played Mario Kart 8. And
Mario Kart 8?
In Mario Kart 8, they have some like throwback levels.
Yep.
And they still call it, but Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road.
Oh, God.
They took out the edges.
They took out the edges, and they didn't make it 3 laps. They just made it 3 segments.
Yeah.
It's shorter.
What?
It's like a minute and 30 seconds to get across.
Yeah, it's a shorter track. They got rid of the cheater jump, and
there's no chomps in the ground. And I know you can't fall off the edge in that damn game.
No.
I am trying so hard to just bounce off the sides, and you don't fall off. It just automatically reverts you back in. And games shouldn't be like that.
No, you should fall off. You should have to get slowed down. You should lose.
Ken, go into the freaking Mario Kart, play the Mario Circuit 8 where it has the castle with the big jump
Yeah.
from N64. When you go into that one and you go past the castle and then you gotta go around that weird slope before the finish line.
Yeah.
It's like a curve. They completely got rid of that where people always fall off. It's just a normal turn.
Yeah, it's just a normal turn now. I remember that course.
Yeah, everybody went around that corner, tried to cut it real low, it caught the lip and rolled down the hill and had to spawn back in. They got rid of that. You go into it and you play freaking Yoshi's freaking bullshit course where you can't see where you're going. It's like half the length.
Yeah, it's half the length, and the course is so much easier to
And
figure out.
the course is huge. You don't fall off the edge anymore. I was like, what the hell is the point of this? And it really bothers me only because I remember all the frustration I had to have to learn how to play the game good. To now I'm at the point where it's like, I don't have to learn how to play it good.
Right? It's a no-brainer. It's just sort of like, yep, no, this wasn't a challenge. It's my kid needs to win.
Yeah.
It's that participation trophies nowadays, where it don't matter if you are completely horrible, you still get something.
Yeah, go turn on freaking Mario Kart 8 and put that bitch on level 200cc and watch the computer whoop your ass.
Oh, me and DP were playing on freaking Mario Kart, and I cranked everything up. Very hard PC, 200cc, fucking all these crazy courses, and that computer is brutal.
Watch that computer whoop your ass.
Watch it eat your ass up. I get no tomorrow.
Me and the captain got on, last weekend?
Yep.
Played Mario Kart? Yeah, the computer whooped our ass. He's like, we need points, son. I was like, I can't keep up, son. Dying.
I can't keep up. We're gonna lose.
Points, damn it! Just fucking win.
Not happening.
We got smoked.